Hi Virgo, this is your September 2020 tarot forecast. So this is for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are Virgo Venus, you can treat this as a lover romance reading. For everyone else, Sun, Moon, Rising, you can treat this as a reading that will affect your behavior, your attitudes, and your emotional world. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what's in store for you for September 2020? Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. September 2020. All right, guys, so let's get out your Celtic Cross. As always, you will be getting a card from each of the Oracle decks to polish off your reading today. Wow, okay. There's one sign in the world that I want to be, I'm telling you, when I'm reading for you guys, and it's Virgo. You guys have smashing readings. Yeah, definitely able to pull yourself out of a difficult situation, leveling up. Wait a minute. Sorry. Got confused there. So, okay, could be dealing with a couple. Okay. Okay. We have similar energy at the end here for Leo. If you have Leo in your chart prominently, Virgo, I would give it a little look-see and see what Leo means for you. It was a pretty significant reading, just because you had a similar advice card. But bottom of the deck energy, so this is going to say, you know, be the blanket or the basket in which this reading sits in, and it's your energy. This is really about you. This is, you're feeling yourself, you're introspective, you are sort of interested in service, interested in health and service, and possibly even the betterment of humanity, right? And this is a very practical, in a practical sense, not in the Aquarius sense of like I have ideas, but in the Virgo sense of I'm going to implement what I know to be true to work, right? So this is the practice of humanity, and it's the practice of healing and service. There's also an element of parent-child here that's indicated as well. So really nice energy to see here for you, right? Being your energy for the whole month. So really have some faith in yourself. I think that there is a tendency sometimes with Virgo energy, particularly with something new or under stress, which is to be incredibly too hard on yourselves. Now, I do find this both for, say, Virgo and Libra signs. I don't know if it's just because they're right next to each other or what that is, but I find that two of the signs, with my experience, both reading and just, you know, anecdotally throughout my entire life, these signs typically, not that other signs don't experience this, but I do find both Virgo and Libra experience higher rates of things like perfectionism than other signs. Not to the point where they can't get anything done, right? But to the point where they can drive themselves mad. Other signs can deal with perfectionism and just simply not get anything done. And then other signs still can have a sense of perfectionism and have that work for them somehow, and then they're sort of, you know, emboldened by that, you know, that creates the diamond for them, and that's exciting. But it can be a little bit of an extra stress and strain with both Virgo and Libra. So if you're dealing with overthinking, if you're dealing with a sense of perfectionism or, you know, having to have everything just perfect, that type of thing, I think that could work for you. Question. I think if it is working for you, I really wouldn't go and mess around with that. But if you find that in the way somehow, if you find that, you know, introspection has become overthinking, for example, you know, peel yourself away from it, give yourself a little bit of a break, remind yourself that you can be free. Okay, you can be free from that. All right, so the central message, the situation is the Empress. This is glorious goddess energy. You are probably feeling so fine and looking so fine. Or at least this is an avenue that is going to be interesting to you in the month of September. And it's the Empress, right? This is the eternal mother. This is the eternal provider of femininity. This is the bounty of life. This is pure goddess energy for real. It is paired with the Page of Wands. This is a lot of loyalty, excitement. This is personal development. There could be spiritual advancement here as well. But when I'm seeing these two together as the situation for you, I just see a lot of flirtatiousness. I see a lot of excitement. You could certainly be dealing with a new person if that's the case, a new love or a new love interest. You could be dealing with this fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius energy. We do have Aries energy down here at the foundation I want to mention as well. So you could be dealing with a fire sign individual, someone who is bringing a lot of life to the party, which is really nice to see here. But like I said, you could be dealing with fire sign child, or just technically speaking, someone who's younger than you. If this is a relationship reading, if this is Virgo Venus reading for you, this is definitely really flirty. All right, so what is the foundation and crowning? Queen of Wands, of course, that's Aries energy, first house. This is all you. And then crowning this, right? I'm putting these together because they're mirrored. It's mirrored by the Three of Swords. So at the foundation, you're really solid. You know which direction you want to take. Nothing can hold you back, kind of but yourself, right? Possibly overthinking. And I think that's what this is simply warning against. With the Three of Swords here, it's just warning against, like, it's almost like perhaps an overemphasis, or just your mind might be drifting to what went wrong before, or that type of thing. How you were let down before, how your heart was broken before, what didn't work. Maybe you just didn't have the information, you didn't have enough faith in yourself, or someone didn't have enough faith in you. But something was sincerely a letdown in terms of what's crowning you in relation to the foundation here. I think there's an opportunity here, guys, to burn away these old thoughts, right? So that they don't control you anymore. I'm not saying you can permanently get rid of these thoughts. I'm not even saying that we should avoid our past. I'm just saying so that maybe that doesn't hold so much power over you. And sort of maybe just accepting it, like letting yourself go here, for example. Like, introspection is fine. It's the over-analysis, it's the overthinking that's going to drive us to a sense of, say, fear or loss or dread. So, you can easily get yourself away from this by, choosing to burn through it, facing it, accepting it, and then just saying, you know what, I have what it takes. I am the entrepreneur. I am this boss lady, I can do this. I can handle this. So here with our recent past and then our near future is tectonic changes. So we have Saturn ruled world over here in our recent past, and then Taurus ruled King of Pentacles in our near future. Of course, this is possessions. This is values and value systems. It does include jewelry. It does include estates or real estate. So this could be a real leveling up for you physically speaking, both monetarily, in assets, income, something steady, sturdy, built to last. Could technically be slow moving, whether it's a person or not. Even if it's energetically, it could feel like it's slow moving, but boy, oh boy, once you see that King of Pentacles in your near future, that is solid. Something is solid. So this big tectonic change, this big turnover into something new, possibly even major changes for you. Like I said, they could even just be strictly personal. It doesn't have to be professional or enterprise. But really moving up into something solid and lasting. This person isn't, and even energetically speaking, it's not the most intelligent in the room, but it is crafty and wise and oh so warm. And sometimes, honestly, Virgo, the most important thing is to just be warm and accessible. Sometimes there's this sense of like knowing everything and being informative and whatever this, if there is an issue of perfectionism or workaholism, however you want to frame that. You know, if that is involved in this, maybe it's just time to say you've arrived. Is that fair? Maybe you've arrived, and maybe there's a little sense of relaxation here. Maybe it doesn't have to be go, go, go all the time. And if there is, there could be a question of why. Are you running from something? Is there something that needs to be faced here? That, in a sense, the only way you can put something to rest or put something down or just accept and let go, again, not denying something happened, but just let go, by facing it and having the faith in the personal power and strength to face something here. Because the near future does offer you something so valuable and long-term, especially after a major change. So I do see that's provided to you necessarily, right? Not a major change like it's upsetting, but like something that's going to be provided to you. Here in the position of how you see yourself is absolutely stunning. This is, your cup is full, like just full of love, full of life, a brand new opportunity for love. There is a brand new an opportunity for spiritual advancement here as well. Creativity and absolutely deep relationships, right? So again, whether this relationship is with yourself, a child, a business project, a business partner, you know, happiness is really the name of the game here. Companionship. I would even say an offer of marriage or an offer of love coming to you, or you providing that to someone else is very likely here by the 3rd to 4th week of the month. So here's our second page. Let me look up. So 2 pages, we're looking at fun and enjoyment. I do see a little bit of fun here. Here's where we're looking at it, perhaps a little bit of overthinking, okay? So how others are seeing you as someone who is maybe caught up in language, caught up in ideas, caught up in, again, like this sense of perfection. Things have to go 1, 2, 3, ABC, and there's no deviation. Maybe just make some room for that. I would look at someone being indiscreet here, someone oversharing, someone giving half-truths. I would be a little bit more of, I would inquire a little bit more. Again, I don't think you have to go ham and sort of interrogate anyone, or they certainly don't need to do that to you. But I do think asking valid questions is important here. I want to mention as well that the Page of Swords is sometimes considered the spy card. So there could be an issue of spying in the lowest frequency. The highest frequency is just get more information here. How others are seeing you is just someone who's just maybe even vetting somebody. Here in your hopes and fears, right, is the 2 of Wands, and this is where we're looking at a direction. You have made up your mind for yourself. You feel confident moving in a new direction for yourself. It's very early on in the game for you. But, you know, I do think it's going to be exciting. It is a behavior. It's an action that you're taking in faith. Obviously, it's the Wands or fire energy, so it's very faithful. It's very inspired. So that's your hopes and fears position. It is somewhat still independent, however. You're making this decision personally, right? People can get in your boat or they cannot get in your boat. They're welcome to join you, but you're the captain, right, of that ship. And then here with your advice card, 7 of Cups. This is what I was saying about that Leo reading. Yeah, I mean, they have the Moon card here in this position. The 7 of Cups is sort of the lower, lower totem of the, say, illusions and fantasy, but nonetheless, illusions and fantasy around the heart. I would just make sure that your sense of happiness here isn't wrapped up in someone else, right? It's perfectly fine to share that with someone else, but just make sure it's not coming, say, solely or strictly from someone else, that you're sharing it, that it's a give and take. But the 7 of Cups can be exciting as well. The 7 just here in that emotional element just adds a little bit of opportunity if you're dating around, if you're dating, say, 2 people or have 2 dates or something like that, or 2 job offers, whatever the case may be. You get to choose, but make sure, like I said, if the outcome is dependent upon more information, or if you need to act as a little bit of a, you know, spy is a pretty extreme word, but if you need to vet someone or source more information, you can do that in order to lock something down, to really be solid on what that 7 of Cups is offering you, because that 7 of Cups can be bit wishy-washy. It can be a little bit, like I said, there's a sense of fantasy and illusion involved in it. Look at the first card jumping out as study. Yeah, I just think it's informationally, I think information is going to assist in progress at this time. That's it. I don't think you really have to work very hard, do anything unusual. You certainly don't have to put yourself under the spotlight. You don't have to do any interrogation. And like I said, overthinking is definitely, well, it kills excitement, but if you can just be perceptive and intuitive and introspective, and like I said, leave it at that. As soon as you find yourself overthinking, just pull yourself away, and I think you'll do fantastic this month, guys. So study is a major component. Like I said, right? Work, service, health. This could be part of maybe why you could be being hard on yourself as well here, Virgo. And like I said, you and Libra, it's just a tendency for these types of signs. So try not to beat yourself up for that either. It's a personality trait. Just use it to your advantage. Try not to beat yourself up for maybe wanting too much too soon from yourself, right? Because that sense of perfectionism is really about yourself. And I think a lot of it might have to do, honestly, with the fact that you and Libra, like Virgos and Libras, know what they're capable of. And I think that's another aspect of kind of like you're just, really has nothing to do with accolades or showing anyone else anything. It's all about what you know you're capable of and what you want to see from yourself, and you just put like this pressure on yourself. So give yourself a pat on the back for what you've accomplished, and try to go easy on yourself because you're going in a really positive direction. Here is Swan and Squirrel. So we have Gathering and we have Grace. Gorgeous energies for the month of September, guys. We have that gorgeous Swan, which is Grace. Grace under fire is another way to frame that as well. And then Squirrel is Gathering. Gathering information is really important. As I said, this is really critical how others see you. It could just be a student situation here for you as well, guys. Let's admit it. If you're vetting and sourcing and getting more information, it could just be super simple, and you could be literally in school, you know, as a student. So new love, really nice to see this here as well, right? We do have the Ace of Cups down here, so it could just be a new interest of some sort. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It could very well be a new focus or a new study of something as well. And then Chop Wood. Chop Wood is really just giving you the opportunity here to absolutely eliminate what was not working for you. So to me, this is really just doubling up on these energies here, guys. It's just a matter of, look, if you know for certain in the top of your head there's something you've been running from, let's get to the root of that. Let's try to tuck away a sense of perfectionism, whatever that means for you, and get to the root of something you know for certain is in your way. However, you have to do that, right? But you're going to face it. You're going to face it like a boss, and you're going to accept it, because acceptance is part of release. And then you just say, you know what? I release you with love. You're a part of my past. You don't have control over me. Because the Three of Swords can be a somewhat daunting energy, and it's definitely from the past. And then Chopwood is saying, look at that bright light shining after everything's cleaned up. So maybe just clean away the cobwebs of your mind, clean away some old hurts, and really get ready to level up, guys, because the money, the assets, the accolades, the fun and excitement, the enjoyment is forthcoming. It's just a matter of accepting that and receiving that. So work hard, but also play hard and make time for enjoyment and relaxation as well. Congratulations on whatever you're about to succeed in here, because I really don't see you taking second place to anybody. Because you know what you're capable of. All right, guys, so that is September 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. I love reading for you guys. I hope you can tell. Comment below if you have a second. Check out your moon, sun, rising, and Venus. If you're cross-watching, look at your lovers readings. And I'll see you in a month for October. I can't believe it's this late in the year. But all the best to everyone. Take care. Bye for now.